Hi, I'm David,
And I'm Jamie.
and today we're going to give you a full review of our experience at the Grand Cayman Turtle Center
Yeah,
in Grand Cayman.
it was fun.
It was. All right, so we recently, and I say recently, I mean a couple months ago, in December of 2019, took the Carnival Horizon out of Miami, and one of our stops. What?
Nothing.
Oh, you had a look. I was like, did I say something wrong?
No.
Okay, all right. We took the Carnival Horizon out of Miami and went to Grand Cayman, and we booked an excursion through Carnival, and it was the Turtle Center
Yes.
there in Grand Cayman.
Yes. And we booked it through Carnival because although we're experienced cruisers, typically whenever we go to a port for the very first time, we just go ahead and book a shore excursion through the ship just because that kind of makes us feel a little bit more comfortable until we get to the island, see what the island's like, and then from that point on, most likely we probably won't do it that way.
Yeah, either we won't do an excursion or we'll book through a private company. But so, like I said, we did book through Carnival, and it was $59.99 per person per adult, $49.99 for children 3 to 12. 2 and under were free. And that included transportation from the port to the Turtle Center and back, and your entry into the Turtle Center.
And we had a great guide.
We did.
Our bus driver who took us to the Turtle Center told us a little bit about the island, and
he
so
did.
that was awesome. It wasn't just like we just got on a bus, drove there, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, he gave us a little history about the islands and whatnot. And so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, and so I took this straight from the Carnival's website on the excursion. So it says the island's premier attraction featuring 2 swimming lagoons, a predator tank, the world famous Cayman Turtle Center, nature trail, free flight aviary,
Aviary.
Aviary? Okay. Aviary, a Caymanian street, restaurants, and a gift shop. Swim and snorkel with marine life in the 1.3 million gallon saltwater lagoon. Sorry, people, words are hard today. Peer into the predator tank, splash around at Breakers Lagoon, and interact with marine life at the touch pool. You'll have the opportunity to hold a young turtle. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second.
Discover the lively birds and colorful butterflies in the aviary. Thank you. Enjoy a local cuisine at Schooner's Bar and Grill, or visit the Snack Shack for a quick bite at an additional cost. So, that's what Carnival says about it.
That was a mouthful.
It was. So, we're going to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So oh, sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so when you first get there off the bus, you walk into like this main, I don't know what you call it, lobby.
Like a lobby.
Right, where if you weren't on an excursion, you buy your entry tickets there. And then you walk through, and we were hooked up with a guide for the Turtle Center. And the first stop we went to was what they called the breeder tanks.
Yes. And that's where they keep all of the big turtles.
Yeah, the ginormous, you know.
Some of them as large as 500 pounds.
Yeah, like
Big guys.
Yeah.
And girls.
Right. And it was huge. There were, I don't know.
There were a lot.
Hundreds?
Hundreds.
See, I'm trying not to exaggerate. She says I exaggerate too much, but there were literally hundreds.
Yeah, I think there were. If there weren't hundreds, they were close. It was close, but there were tons of them there. And then we stopped right there, and he gave us a little bit of information about the whole center, and a little information about sea turtles and saving the sea turtles and all of that stuff. So that was good. And then we kind of did a little guided thing around to where the baby turtles were.
Yes.
Well,
and that's the touch tank.
yes, we stopped first and saw the gator, or the crocodile. The crocodile. And then we went to the touch tank. And I was really sad when I went to the touch tank because they wouldn't let me hold a turtle.
You could touch them.
Yeah.
You could pet them.
You could pet them, and I understand the reasoning. 100% understand the reasoning. It's not good for the human hand oils to get on the turtles, and So I understand the reasoning, but I kind of was sad because I was looking forward to holding the little turtle.
Yeah, you're not allowed to pick them up out of the tank.
No, but you can, just take your fingers. You have to wash your hands first. They had like hand sanitizer there. And you clean your hands first, and then you're allowed to like touch them,
Pet
them.
the turtle.
And then they had like 2 little spa type pools that you could get into, and you could actually walk down in, and they were swimming around you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, even though the description says you get to hold a turtle, that's not true. They changed
Not
that.
anymore. They changed it. At least as of when we went, they had changed it.
December 2019, you could not hold a turtle.
Yeah.
You can only pet the turtle.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about the crocodile and the touch tanks, and then if you continue along around, you'll get to the predator tank, the predator lagoon.
Yeah, it had like the little restaurant off to the left, and then you kind of went over this little bridge, and on the right hand side of the bridge was the predator tank, and on the left hand side of the bridge was where you could like snorkel with the fish and the turtles.
Right.
And the predator tank had 2 nurse sharks,
2 sharks.
And a barracuda and a bunch of other fish.
Right.
And you could go around. Once you went over that walkway, you could go down and actually have like a viewing window.
Yeah, the tank where the predator tank where the sharks and the barracuda were, it was like underneath the water. There's this big, huge window. I'll put some video of it up there, and you can actually see
Inside the tank, just like you would at SeaWorld or an aquarium, if you've ever been to either one.
Yeah, and it was really cool, and you could check out the fish swimming around, chilling.
Yeah. It was actually a nice little spot because it was super shaded and like cool
Yeah,
underneath
cool.
there.
And there was a bench. You could sit there.
So we got out of the sun for a while, and it was pretty nice.
And then, like you said, on the other side is the snorkel lagoon.
Yes, and I was totally going to snorkel with the turtles. I was all excited about it. And then I realized after we went to the predator tank that the predator tank, the animals, the fish, and the turtles could go in between through a passageway.
Right, we watched the turtle that was in the predator tank, and then he went under the bridge, and then he came out
on the other side.
And you're like,
and I was like, well, I'm not really I wasn't really so afraid of the sharks. I was more afraid of the barracuda that was in there. And it was funny because somebody actually said, don't you worry about the sharks biting somebody. And she said, no, we're more worried about the barracuda.
We're more worried about the barracuda. But, they were like, but don't they ever attack the other fish? And they're like, yeah, it happens sometimes, but not really as often as you think. And they're like, basically they're lazy. That was that was how they explained it.
Yeah.
They're lazy. We feed them every day. They don't have to chase their food. So don't worry. They won't attack you. They're lazy.
And I know, like, nobody else has ever been attacked there,
Sure.
so...
I'm sure it's 100% safe.
when I use reasoning, I'm like, I know I'm not going to get bitten by something. But it was just enough to get my nerves going where I was like, I don't really need to do that today.
So she did not snorkel with the turtles.
I didn't, and I was sad.
But you could.
I could have.
And they have
and
snorkel,
I will if I go back.
And they have snorkel gear there. You don't have to bring your own.
No.
They provide you with snorkel gear. And then there's also what they call the Turtle Lagoon, which is like a pool, kids pool. There's like a water slide. It's just
that does not have turtles in it.
Correct. There's no wildlife. It's just like a regular pool.
Yeah, it's just like a regular hotel pool with a slide
and there was nice bathrooms over there.
Really nice bathrooms and changing rooms, super clean.
With lockers.
And there was plenty of loungers, so if parents wanted to lay on the loungers and get some sun while their kids splashed around in the pool, they could do that. There was a little bar off to the side so they could get drinks.
I forgot about that, yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Very important, the bar.
Yeah, the bar, absolutely. So that was a pretty cool little area.
Yeah. And then some of the smaller areas, there's the Learning Center, which was like an inside building. You go in, they have video running,
Yeah.
You just sit down and, it tells you a little about the Cayman Center, about the island and the turtles
And the sea turtles.
and the center.
Not as much information as I think I would have liked at an information center.
But they had air conditioning.
But they did have air conditioning, so it was a super good spot to go.
So you go in and watch the video. Yeah.
It was hot, y'all. I know it was the beginning of December, but it was hot.
It was hot.
And so we went in and watched the video and cooled off a little bit, and then we were ready to go back out and feed the big turtles.
Right, and that's the other thing. You can go to the snack shack, and then you can, for $5, buy a bag of turtle food.
Yep, which smelled and looked like dog food, but they said it was turtle food. I don't know. Does it really matter?
I don't know.
If you feed your dog the dog food, you could probably feed it to a turtle.
I don't know. But I guess they know what they're talking about. So
Yeah.
if they tell you it's okay to feed them,
Yeah.
I'm going to take their word for
And
it.
y'all, let me tell you, these turtles, they're crazy.
Yeah.
You would think they'd never been fed. Although we sat there watching tons of people
Feeding
them. So we knew they had been eating. But they were like jumping over each other to get to the food.
500-pound turtle's got to eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, probably. So plus he's always swimming. So he's constantly burning calories.
Getting that cardio in.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah. So we fed the turtles
And then they go pop.
Yes, they do. When they come up.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Oh, the full restaurant. We didn't eat there, but it is like a full sit-down restaurant, table service, from what I could see and smell, there was hamburgers and stuff. It smelled good.
Yeah.
But
And it was a nice little area because it had that outside that kind of overlooked the swimming area.
Yeah, they had an indoor area, then they had an outdoor dining area.
Like a screened-in dining area that was really kind of nice.
Right. So, but we can't comment on the food or cost
Yeah,
because we didn't
have
eat
no
there.
idea.
But it's there. Snack Shack had drinks. We did get like a bottle of water or something there, I think. And then finally, there was the gift shop, and they have
Everything turtle.
everything turtle.
They had other stuff too. They had like some dolphin stuff and some shark stuff, but everything you could think of turtle. They had dishes and
Earrings.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like in heaven. I could have probably bought one of everything in there, but and they had like bathing suits and all kinds of stuff
That
in
got
there.
stuff in there.
But there is a warning.
Don't film inside the gift shop, or you two will be yelled at because
YouTube won't be yelled at.
No, you too.
Oh, you too will
Yeah,
be yelled at.
You too will be yelled at, as was I, because who would have known you can't film in the gift shop?
Yeah. Like he got a very stern speaking down
Yeah.
that he should not be filming in there.
All right, man. My bad. There's,
So.
there's no signs or anything.
There were not any signs that said no video or anything like that. So
Right.
it was kind of a surprise. But I mean, it wasn't too bad. They were just like, "Hey,
Yeah.
stop
They're like,
filming."
no filming, sir. It wasn't like, excuse me, hey, no, they were like, sir. Okay, I'm sorry.
My bad.
So, in a very brief nutshell, that was the Turtle Center.
Yeah.
I know we talked about doing it through Carnival. That's the way we did it. But I did look it up. You can do it on your own.
And I think it was significantly cheaper
Yeah.
to do it on your own.
Yeah, an
because I
adult-
looked at it before we actually bought the excursion. But since I didn't know the island,
Right.
I just wanted to go ahead and do it.
An adult ticket is $45. And a child's ticket is $25, and that's for children ages 5 to 12. Children 4 and under are free, which the children ages is slightly different.
Yeah, that's interesting.
For Carnival, child pass is 3 to 12. For if you do it on your own and buy it it's 5 to 12. So
That's interesting.
yeah, I'm not sure why, but
Not
yeah.
sure why.
So 45 for adults, 25 for children.
That's a pretty significant savings. That's
Right.
going to be like a $15 savings almost for adults, and then a
$25.
$25 savings for children.
For
So
children.
if you pay for it and you go on your own, you're going to save a lot more money.
Right. Now, even though our excursion included transportation to and from the Turtle Center, we decided to leave early. It's a 4-hour excursion.
And it didn't. I mean, if we would have gone swimming
And snorkeling.
and snorkeling, and we would have hung out by the pool, and we would have gone to the restaurant, then we probably could have ended up spending about 4 hours
Right.
there.
We spent about 2.
We spent about 2 strictly looking at all of the animals and just kind of taking our time to look at all the animals.
Sure.
So, I mean, I guess that you can go and you can spend 4 hours, but we just wanted to leave early.
Yeah. And so they do have what they call the city buses, and they're $2.50 per person. Now, the reason I say city buses is because they're not probably what you're thinking of bus.
No.
They're vans.
Yeah, they're just like
what I would
passenger vans.
Yeah, like a church van, you know, like it has, I don't know, 3 rows of seats in it. And you just get on it and you tell the guy where you want to go like you would a taxi, and they take you there. They pick up people along the way and drop off people along the way. And it's $2.50 a person.
$2.50 a person, which you want to use the city bus because that's when we're going to come to this statement. We were told that we could leave at any point in time that we wanted, and the people there at the Turtle Center would just let our bus guide know that we had left early.
And that was fine.
And that was fine. And they said that they would be more than happy to call a taxi for us, and we were like, cool, we'll do that. So they called the taxi service for me, and I asked for a pickup at the Turtle Center, and the taxi showed up, and we got into the taxi, and he was going to charge us $40 to go from the Turtle Center to the port.
To the port. And we said no thank you.
We got out of the taxi and said, no, that's way more than we expected to spend. And at first I was like, we'll just go ahead and hang out here for the rest of the time.
Right.
But then I went to tell the guy at the Turtle Center that we actually had not left and we would be using the bus, and he said, $40. I told him the taxi wanted us to pay. He's like, no, that's not how much it's supposed to be. And then he's like, just take the city bus.
Yeah, and we were like, I don't know, like...
I wasn't sure because I'd never been on the island, but it was super simple. Like, the guy told us when we got on, we told him where we were getting off at, and we just stayed on until he told us, this is where you want to get off.
Yeah, and then and he dropped us off, like, I don't know, maybe half a block away from
Half a block away.
the
Super
port.
simple.
You know, I mean, right
and
there.
it cost us $5 instead of $40.
Yeah, $2.50 a person. So, city buses, they're super convenient. They're really cool, and they're cheap. We will definitely not take a planned excursion anymore. We will use the city buses and book our own stuff.
Yeah, from now on, whenever we go to Grand Cayman, we'll find our own thing to do and take the city buses. But just letting you know, don't try to get a taxi.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Because we were told that they were going to be $23, which I still thought was expensive.
Yeah.
But then when we got in and he said $40, I was like, oh no. For 2 people? No.
Yeah. So apparently they don't have like a...
Regulated. They're not regulated like Cozumel is or
some of the
other ports.
So, but all in all, I mean, it was one of our... In all the cruises we've been on and all the excursions we've been on, it was one of our favorites.
I loved Grand Cayman as a whole. I loved the Turtle Center. I love turtles.
Yeah. I mean, it was clean. It was safe.
It was clean. And right across the street is the dolphin discovery area. And you could have booked an excursion, or even we could have. They told us that we could go across the street and actually like go in the dolphin discovery area. We wouldn't have been able to swim with the dolphins without paying more.
I think you could just like go into the gift shop.
But we could go into the gift shop and actually see like where they're swimming and all of that stuff. So that was really cool, and you can make it like a whole day of it and just do the sea turtles and the dolphins.
Right. Yeah, I think we'll do the dolphins next time.
Definitely.
In Grand Cayman.
Totally doing the dolphins.
Yeah. So if you're in Grand Cayman, you're looking for something to do, and you like sea turtles, check it out.
Yep.
We definitely think it's worth it.
Definitely.
I mean, whether you do it on your own or whether you do it through Carnival or through whatever cruise
Whatever
ship.
you're comfortable with.
I thought it was definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it.
So if you like this video, please make sure you give us the big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. If you have, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And enable notifications. Ding the bell.
Ding the bell.
Ding, ding, so you know when we put out more videos. Also, please stop by our Facebook page. Join the fun, the conversation. I'll put it up here, as I always do. And stop by and say hello. If you have any questions about the Grand Cayman Turtle Center
or the port area of the Grand Cayman,
or any questions at all, cruising
the
Grand Cayman, drop them down below in the comment section. We've been on several cruises, several different ports, lots of places. we'll do our best to help you out.
Absolutely.
All right, well,
Time to go.
until the next video, keep living that vacay life.
See ya.
Bye.